Hi, Kimberly Mackey with New Home Solutions again, and I'm here to talk to you today about one of the most common objections, the I want to think about it. I don't care what kind of sales profession you're in, I want to think about it is something that you expect that you're going to hear from your prospects. Of course they want to think about it. It's a big decision. Whatever it is, it's a big decision. The key is when you change your attitude to that you're doing something to someone to I really genuinely want to help someone, then you can change that whole dynamic and truly help people through the fear that they're expressing to you by saying, I want to think about it. I want to think about it usually means I really like this. This is a great idea, but wow, I just didn't expect to find this fast. Wow, I just didn't expect that this was all going to come together like this. Now what? They need you. This is the very time that your prospect really needs you. So the first thing you do to help your prospect with the I want to think about it is not to say, I understand. Of course you want to think about it. I would want to think about it too. Here's my card. You go home and you call me about it tomorrow. That's primarily what we hear from salespeople when they get that, because we have our empathy factor that takes over. Instead, refocus and rechannel that empathy factor. The empathy is good. That means you're in touch, you're in tune with the buyer, you're feeling what they're feeling. And if you're feeling that at the same time, it's your job to step up and be the leader in that situation. So talk to them and say, I hear what you're saying. Of course, I understand. This is a big decision for you. Let me do this. Let me make sure that I have answered all of your questions so that when you do go to think about it, you won't have any remaining questions out there, because I don't want you to not be able to get me later and have this question that keeps you up all night. Does that sound like a good idea, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect? Well, of course it does. So sit down with them. Go back over everything that they told you they were looking for and how this fits the bill. When you finished, ask them, is there anything else? If they say no, say, so is there any reason we shouldn't go ahead and move forward today? Well, now you know, Kimberly, we're just not that kind of people. We just don't make these big decisions on a whim. We need to go home and we need to think about it. We need to pray about it. We need to call somebody. We need to do this. We need to do that. Absolutely. I totally understand how you feel. I've had many people who felt that way too. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's make a plan to get back together tomorrow at 10 a.m. Will that work for you? Yes, we can do that. So we go ahead and we close for that appointment. Then we also say, now let's have a plan just in case. Because oftentimes what happens when we go home to think about it is after you leave, somebody else comes in. And that's the perfect fit for them as well. And obviously, I'm obligated to help that person. So I don't want us to have to start from scratch. How about we have a plan B, just in case? So if this one isn't available tomorrow when you come back, what's our plan B? Which one did you like almost as well? And then zip. Let them think about that. The key to that is not to try to manipulate someone. I never believe in manipulation. But I do believe that if you don't share with someone what the possibilities are, and then that possibility happens, which does very frequently, particularly in real estate and new home sales, and then it does happen, you didn't warn them, they're going to be very upset at you. Not themselves, at you. So help your buyers. When you truly have that mindset to help them, find out what that plan B is. And if they tell you, oh, no, we want this one, we've definitely made up our mind, we just need to go home, then say, I just can't promise that that's going to be available tomorrow, but I did want to make sure that you understood that. If you'd like to go ahead and move forward today, we can do that as well. Zip.